Hello everyone, welcome back to Grimm's Garage, and today I am very excited to showcase the He-Man and Masters of the Universe cartoon collection, The Collector, Skeletor's evil Arial vehicle. Didn't think I'd get one of these. Don't know completely the exclusivity of it. I know it's limited to certain stores or online shops, but it turns out my local Fisher-Price store, which is now owned by Mattel, in Rochester, New York, was carrying these, so a friend of mine picked it up for me, and we're going to take a beautiful look at this. Now, the box art, as you've already seen, is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. As usual, we got a bunch of Wind Raiders up there, He-Man being captured, Skeletor, it's a web store, Battle Cat, Man-at-Arms, She-Ra. Oh, so I guess that would hopefully indicate that her mount will be released recently, or eventually. I apologize, I don't recall the mount's name offhand at the moment. Here, showcasing some of the available line. I honestly have half of these. I need the other half. I do have the Snake Mountain. And there's that little gargoyle guy again. I'm sorry, I cannot remember his name. Anyways, beautiful packaging. Let's get this guy open for some observations here. I'll probably do a cut edit. Pretty sure there's going to be a lot of tie downs or something like this, but I want to show everybody the initial slip out. Oh, very unusual. They colored the box red inside. Yeah. So I will be right back. I'll just detach all this. I'll join you again. And here we are, fully unboxed. And I gotta say, it is about 25 or 50% bigger than I ever expected. Now, I imagine it had to be at least a certain size, knowing it's holding 3 figures. And I've seen other people open this on video, but in person, it's a lot bigger. Now, there are 2 fins to assemble. They were strapped to the bottom of the box along with the unit. And there was a bag, which looks like it contains the little blaster pieces. The one thing I did forget to show on the box is the very bottom, which has the only instructions, which shows assembling the one-time assembly of the fins, which I hate one-time assemblies, especially for items like this, because the box is beautiful. I'm going to keep the box. I want to showcase it. And if I'm not having this also on display somewhere, I'd like to save space and put the item in the box. But a lot of these MOTU items, once you do the one-time assembly, it's now too big to put in the box, unfortunately. So here's our 2 fins. 1, 2. All right, and that's it for assembly. These are optional accessories. There we go. Just 2 molded blast effect pieces. Something similar came with some other figures, like my mouse jaw Tog figure. Now these are meant to go in here, so it looks like it's blasting, and they do extend. The arms extend, so you can imagine them grabbing onto somebody. There's no spring action, no ejection or anything, just move it in or out. You can add these blasts. So you could either be shooting or grabbing. Like so. It's called the collector. It's collecting all the figures. I could swap by, grabbed onto Man-at-Arms here. One thing okay, first off, you hear that? That's going to drive me crazy. There were 3 black twist disconnects in the packaging. But the way it works is the very tip of it breaks off. So now they're just 3 bits of plastic floating around inside here. That's going to drive me mad. So to be honest with you, I'm eventually going to unscrew the bottom of this. Get those bits out of there. Drives me nuts. Anyway, there is a mount piece here, but they did not supply a mount. Don't know if they will offer a third-party mount, or not third-party, but you know, mount on the side later. But for now, here is the Stridor. No, not Stridor. Oh, actually. The name of the vehicle is actually escaping my mind at the moment. Wing Raider. Anyway, we're going to use the Wing Raider mount. And yeah, it works fine. So I don't know if they're going to offer one later. Or they figured you could just use one you have. Because, like, if I'm not using this, because the Wing Raider's on top of Castle Grayskull, maybe. Or maybe they realized after it's on a base like this, yes, this is huge. Very teetery and a bit unsupportive. But still, if you don't fill it, I bet you it's going to be way harder to support when filled with figures. But unfilled, there's no reason why you can't display this on an Arial display. So I hope they release some like type of clear generic stain cases like other toy companies do for the figures. But otherwise, I guess you could utilize others. And for the last feature, it's time to open up the cockpit. There we go. Beautiful. That yellow tinted windows. Looks like we got 2 matching turquoise front seats and a gold back seat. Now, the box art showed Skeletor in the front right seat, pointing out, but obviously the rear gold one is his royal seat. Get some front controls here. Those don't move. Oh, but this front steering control does. Nice. I've got a few figures down here. Let's load her up. We've got Evil Lynn cartoon series. Let's take her staff off. Put her in control. Yeah, that kind of works. Evelyn's a little small, so she's not completely sitting down in her seat while grabbing onto the reins there. Well, who else we got? Webstore. He is seen in this passenger seat, driving on the box art, but to be honest with you, I don't know how he's going to fit very well with his back equipment. But as stated, there's a lot of room in here. So, maybe it will just fit just fine. Yeah. Webstore's probably going to fit just fine. I mean, I don't think any figure is going to actually fit to arch forward and grab onto those. The ergonomics don't seem to work right at all. And we have Skeletor cartoon series, obviously, to go in his throne. But one thing I'd like to point out is that this piece right here. It's, looks like a place to insert an item, which is for the Havoc staff. So it is a weapon holder, but also becomes like a weapon, or becomes like a control point. So there is the Havoc staff in place. We'll get our Skeletor in one piece. Oop. Put him in there. Havoc staff. And there we go. We've got a triple threat crew on the way to run through Eternia. Let's see how this fits. Oh, completely fine. Completely fine. Look at that. This web store is a bit, not fully, but a bit bulky. And he fits in there absolutely fine. Very nice. It's amazing all these figures fit in there. But like I said, also, it is 50% bigger than I expected. Even after seeing videos and photos of this, this is huge. And quite weird, to be honest with you, but hey, that's He-Man. And with that, thank you for joining me today. I hope you join me again soon. Please know you're all so much appreciated. Please consider liking and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.